Donald Trump and the MAGA movement is not beating the allegations that they are a cult when they are now peppering applicants to work within the Trump administration with questions like, when was your MAGA revelation? I'm going to read a little bit from this AP article. This is alarming. And of all the things to I told you so about from people within my space here on YouTube who have been beating the drum that there's a cult surrounding Donald Trump, this is one of the worst. You don't want to be right about some things, and we were right about this. It is a cult. They use cult language. They use religious references. The MAGA revelation that you've come to, that's a requisite to be hired by Donald Trump and work in his administration. Here's the headline from the Associated Press. Loyalty tests and MAGA checks inside the Trump White House's intense screening of job seekers. Job seekers hoping to join the new Trump administration are facing a series of intense loyalty tests with White House screening teams fanning out to government agencies to check for, quote unquote, make America great again bona fides, and carefully parsing applicants' politics and social media posts. President Donald Trump has long said he believes the biggest mistake he made during his first term was hiring what he considered to be the wrong kinds of people. Now aides are working aggressively to ensure the government is filled with only loyalists. Remember, Donald Trump, I'm going to pick the best people, the best people, the best people. Oh, look, the best people aren't going to be around me. They're going to be the best. And then he fired Secretary of State, Attorney General after Attorney General, National Security Advisor after National Security Advisor. They were the best people until they were not, I guess. Negative social media posts have been enough to derail applications. Those seeking jobs have been told they will have to prove their quote-unquote enthusiasm to enact Trump's agenda and have been asked when their moment of MAGA revelation occurred. When you have a revelation, like Paul on the road to Damascus, right? Is that the kind of revelation they're talking about as they invoke religious iconography and symbology here? One federal employee said they briefly considered buying Trump's crypto meme coin in case the president's team asked about their voting record. The intense screening has led some federal workers to question whether Trump's team cares more about loyalty than competence. There is concern that his team is ousting foreign policy and national security diplomats and others who could offer the administration expertise and institutional knowledge at a time of conflict worldwide. And it seems as though Donald Trump would rather have people who purchased his meme coin, that's the qualifier, to work within the Department of State of these United States. This little section here, I'll read 3 paragraphs from, screening teams deploy across federal agencies. Some officials have referred to the newcomers sent by the White House to federal agencies disparagingly as MAGA commissars, a reference to Communist Party officials from the former Soviet Union. They are generally young, and many do not appear to have particular expertise or background in the portfolios of the agencies in which they are working, according to 3 officials who, like others, spoke on the condition of anonymity for fear of reprisals. They said the screeners seem to be looking for even the slightest divergence between candidates and Trump's MAGA movement and America First policies. A negative social media post or a photograph with a Trump opponent has been enough for some applicants to be rejected or put on hold for further review. One official said he and several colleagues from various agencies had been told that even if they passed the initial vetting process to be admitted into the applicant pool, they would still need to prove their bona fides and convince interviewers of their enthusiasm to put in place Trump's policies, including by providing references from people whose loyalty had already been established. We're not talking about loyalty to the United States of America. We're not talking about loyalty to the Republic. We're not talking about loyalty to the Constitution of the United States. We're talking about loyalty to Donald Trump. You know all the times that Donald Trump talks about people acting treasonous and they're traitors. He's not talking about treasonous to the Constitution or treasonous to the country. He's talking about treasonous to himself. And to him, they are one and the same. If you betray Donald Trump, you betrayed the United States because he wants to be a dictator. He is an autocrat. One more segment here. There's another checking for MAGA alignment, but I want you to listen to this paragraph once again because they invoke the MAGA revelation. This official said one colleague who made it to the interview stage was asked when that person's moment of MAGA revelation occurred. So this is not a cute turn of phrase that some reporter has come up with. This is being reported by people who are doing the interviews, people who are intimately knowledgeable about what's taking place and the kinds of questions and requirements that are being placed on applicants. A MAGA revelation is something that is being said and asked of occupants across the board. Here we go. Checking for MAGA alignment. Trump administration officials had made clear plans for a robust screening process that would ensure all officials inside the administration, and especially those who could help shape policy, were aligned with Trump's agenda, according to the U.S. government officials who and people familiar with their planning. By the way, this is a red herring. This is loose, slippery language about applicants being aligned with Donald Trump's agenda. This is not about being aligned with his agenda. This is about being aligned with him, loyal to him, willing to carry out whatever machinations he sets forth with the promise of a pardon if you break the law. That much is absolutely self-evident. One longtime government employee said he ran into a senior Trump administration official in December who told him that Trump's team would look to be more thoughtful about how they are vetting appointees and even detailees. Those are non-political career experts on topics that range from counterterrorism to global climate policy, who are loaned to the White House from other agencies for extended assignments. They want loyalists who had a MAGA revelation in positions that are critical roles: counterterrorism, national security. They don't want an expert in there. They want someone loyal to the dear leader. This is dangerous. This isn't about a president getting to pick his team. All appointees, the person said, would be issued questionnaires to ensure they were fully committed to Donald Trump. I'll edit it for the AP. The AP has reported that civil servants who worked on the White House National Security Council have been questioned by senior Trump administration officials about which candidate they voted for in the election, their political contributions, and whether they had made social media posts that could be considered incriminating by Trump's team. So it's not about what your knowledge level is. It's not about how well you could serve the United States of America in a national security capacity. It's not how much knowledge you have about diplomacy. It's not about how you know how the government functions and institutional knowledge that is built up over time and many, many decades of experience. None of that matters. They want you to have had your Paul on the road to Damascus moment with a MAGA revelation. Sick, twisted, dangerous, befuddlingly incompetent. Befuddlingly? It's befuddlingly. Befuddlingly, as I am befuddled, come up with a new phrase. Befuddlingly incompetent. These feckless jerk-offs, endangering the lives of Americans because of a cult. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. Comment below in the comment section. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. I do want to hear from you. Tough times. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. And Blue Sky is preferable. But if you're a glutton for punishment, you still want to be on Mark Zuckerberg's and Elon Musk's Nazified Twitter, then you do you, if it makes you happy. But I'm primarily on the blue sky. Love and appreciate you. See you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.